Does anyone have a PC? If you do, have you ever noticed that you've had some performance issues in the past, or even right now? This could be due to too much dust accumulating inside of your PC. It gets there because the fan draws in air to cool off all of your parts, but this can also draw in dust, dirt, and other stuff that can get inside of your PC. This can lead to clogging of a lot of important things inside of your PC, leading to performance issues. So if you ever notice that your PC is becoming slower, has less performance, cleaning your PC might be the best option, and it's actually easier than you think. I don't actually have a PC with me right now, so I'm gonna have to use a PowerPoint. So the materials you'll need is you'll need an air compressor, you'll need some brushes, you'll need some cloths. You also would like to use alcohol because it's good for disinfecting everything. It's also kind of interesting if you can get a vacuum, a small one, that's actually quite good as well. So how you get started is the first thing you need to do is actually clean the outside of the PC. This can be done with either the air compressor or with rags. Probably not alcohol, but you can if you want. Just keep it in regulation so nothing gets damaged because of too much liquid. So as seen in the picture, the first thing you want to do is actually take off the lid, obviously, to get to the inside of it, because that's where everything is. So usually when you're cleaning, you won't actually have to take off or take out anything that you have in there. Usually you can just clean around it. Sometimes if it's really dusty, you might want to take it out, but usually that's not the case. So basically you want to take that air compressor and you want to start getting everywhere inside of the PC. Usually there's a lot of dust by the GPU and around the motherboard. So that's where the air compressor is, because you want to use that because it's very small. You want to get inside the vents and stuff. You can also use the towel and the brushes to get the fans either on the outside of the PC or on the motherboard, like where the CPU would be. This is good because it's easier to brush off everything, because you might miss something if it's especially stuck onto the fan. If stuff's stuck in the PC, like the GPU and stuff, it might be a little harder to get out, but the compressed air should knock it out, and then once you turn your PC back on, the fans will start moving and it should knock out any other dust that might be in there. So now that you've cleaned everything in the PC, if you manage to do that, you should close it, obviously. Then you can power it back on and see if the performance works better than last time. Another cool thing you can do is clean the monitor. So the monitor also usually doesn't have as much performance issues, but it can make your display look nicer, especially if it's dusty or maybe has some scratches on it. So what you want to do is you want to take this spray. You can also use rubbing alcohol. I don't really think it matters, but you could also use spray for whiteboards and stuff, and put on like one of these nylon rags, and then just wipe down the exterior of your PC, or sorry, your monitor, because that is really good and it will make it nice and clean. Another thing you can do while you're inside cleaning your PC is cable management, which is extremely important because it can also, if you have very nice cables like this picture, this is very idealistic, but it's better than this. If you have nice clean cables, it's going to actually help not attract dust, because now there's so much area for the dust to accumulate. It's also harder to clean when you're going in a second time. So if you want to clean it, it's really nice to clean to make sure that everything's where it should be. And so when you go in again next time, it won't be as difficult, because this should be done probably once a year, maybe if you have a lot of dust, maybe once every 6 months or something. And it's actually extremely easy to do. I think everyone should do it, especially for PC. Even if you don't necessarily see your PC slowing down, it's still a good idea to do it, because sometimes enough dust can get in there, you don't necessarily see it, you don't necessarily pay attention, but over time it can actually cause some serious damage. So you want to make sure that you're constantly on top of it. Even if you don't see performance, still do it, because it's important for the PC's health.